Hey, welcome to my video. My name's Dan, and today I'm going to be covering a bit of Slime Launcher. So I'm going to be playing this on the Xbox One. As you can see from this video, I have played some before, but I just wanted to start a new game, just so I can go through and show you guys what the game's about, and see what you think about it. I've played about half an hour of it, maybe a bit more, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. So this game's actually free for the Xbox One currently, and it's a really good game. I almost didn't want to download it, but I thought, what the heck, it's a free game. So yeah, let's see what happens from here. So start a new game here. Right, so I'm just going to choose a game one name. Stick it out. Let's call this one Dan YouTube. So hopefully what I can do, I'm going to do a few episodes and see where it takes us, depending on who likes it and the thoughts of my viewers are. Right, so let's choose a save icon. Let's just have that one. Right, okay, so there's two game modes on here. So there's Adventure, and then there's a 5-day rush. I've only ever played the Adventure one, so I'm just going to stick with Adventure from there. So I'm going to confirm. Wait for it to finish loading. Okay, so it's just going to go through a quick tutorial with us, but the tutorial is not very long. You'll find pieces and how to do things as you play further into the game. First of all, I started to struggle. I didn't know what the game was about really and how to play it and what I needed to do. But as I explored, I naturally found how to do things, and yeah, I started to enjoy the game. So let's get moving with this. So let's stick to move. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. So A to jump, and then left stick to sprint, which is pretty obvious again, pretty standard for games like this. Okay, so this big nozzle or ray gun, it looks like, is basically a vacuum cleaner. So as you can see, we've actually got two pink slimes jumping around in front of us here, another one over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the left trigger in and just vacuum it up. And as you can see, it's gone down to the bottom and it's gone into my inventory from there. And as you pick up a new thing, it tells you on the bottom right hand corner a little bit about the actual object that you've collected from there. There is a, they call it a Slimepedia. It's basically a bit of a Wikipedia type menu system that you can go through. I'll go through that later, and as you pick more and more objects up, they become unlocked, and you can understand as to what you need to do with them or how they work and how they interact with the world from there. So it says you've acted smart slime. Slime's the key to your success. Shoot slimes through a corral barrier into the corral on the ranch. Okay, so a corral. This is a corral here, so think of it as basically a pen, and you can keep your slimes in that pen. And I'll explain a little bit more as to why we keep them in there and what you need to do with them from there. So I've selected it, so it's highlighted down the bottom there already, and I'm just going to press right trigger and fire it outside the nozzle. Now you can shoot it through this walled barrier, but the slimes won't be able to get back out of it from there. Just shoot that in, and then we can see a little happy slime on his own in there as well. So let's go and collect a couple more. We'll chuck them in there to keep him a bit happy in there. So there's one there, and there's one over here. Okay, right, so let's chuck them in there. Right, there's 3 in there. And then there's a few more corrals that you can build dotted around here as well. Okay, so we'll chicken there. That'll be something we'll cover again later. From here, so this object here. This is a slime plort. So basically, these are the product which the slimes produce. Now, the way that the slimes produce is that, if you can see on the top right hand corner, their diet for a pink slime is everything. So basically they will eat anything that you can vacuum up. So if I go back up here, you see there's a carrot here, so I'm just going to hoover that up and vacuum it up. More there. I'm going to go through the inventory at the bottom, and it's got 3 carrots. If I shoot the carrots in there, there we go, they're going to eat them, and it's going to give me plorts. Come on, eat the 3rd carrot then. There it goes. Right, give me a plort. Yeah, nice. Right. Okay, so as you can see down the bottom there, I've got 4 pink plorts. And that's basically one of the currencies of the game. So we can see over here, it's taken me over to a tank with a big yellow flashing star there that gave me the indication. And as you can see here, a pink plort will give me, at the moment, 12 of the currency, which you can see in the bottom left hand corner just above my health. From there, now this currency will fluctuate depending on the demand and also how much you're pumping into it. And as you can see, there's other plorts on there and weird creatures that you can collect as you play through the game to be able to get a higher currency rate from there. So the highest on here is 262. Wow, that is like a gold plort from there. So all you need to do is select the pink plort down the bottom and fire it into this machine here. And as you can see in the bottom left hand corner, my currency's now gone up to 298. Now I can use that currency to be able to buy more corrals and extra add-ons for the actual corrals from here as well. So we go over to this button, press X to activate. We can see on here there's a lot of different add-ons that help you with your slimes. You got high walls. This will stop the slimes from escaping. From there, music keeps the slimes soothed and relaxed. Then you've got an air net, which goes on top of the corral, which stops things from jumping in and out as well. Solar shields. So I don't think the pink slimes are too bothered about the light, but as we'll see again in a minute, we will come across other types of slimes, and they need to be treated slightly different from there. Plort connector, so that just vacuums up the plorts, so the little gems that they drop. That will be quite handy, because if you've got a corral full of slimes, you will find that you end up vacuuming up the plorts and the slimes at the same time from there. And then you've got an auto feeder, which will drop the food in regular intervals to keep on feeding your slimes. You've just got to keep topping that up with food from there. And obviously demolish plot, which we don't want to do. Right, so let's go off and find a little bit of an exploration of what else is down here. Okay, so we've got a big bulk of slimes here. Now they have been, looks like, eating. So there's some carrots over here, so let's actually out these carrots. Now these will naturally regrow. As you can see in the ground here, there's actually some that's growing. Until they've grown enough, you won't be able to pick them up. But there's a couple of plorts here. As you can see, as I'm vacuuming near the slimes to pick up the plorts, the slimes are actually coming with you as well. That's another one of the add-ons that you can buy later on that helps to only ensure that you pick up everything apart from the slimes. Right, up here. Get up here. So this is another one of the products that you can feed your slimes. It's called a pogo fruit, and you'll find these on the trees. There's one tree over here. They look like apples when they're growing. There's no more on there at the moment, but if we come back later, I'm sure that we'll find some more on there. Now what you can do, there's another one there. Oh, I've picked up 2 slimes. So what I can do is I'll feed these. Feed him and him. Let's pick up some of these plorts. Come on then, eat these things so we can crack on. No, I don't want. So what I'll do, I've accidentally clicked to 2 pink slimes, so I'm just going to fire them back out again. Right, here they all come. Right, there's one more. Come on. Let's take some over to the other side. Now, you're restricted as to how much you can carry on here. Again, I believe it's something. Oh, it's something that you can improve at a later stage in the game via unlocks. But you can only carry 20 in each slot. They're obviously not hungry. So, what I'm going to do is pick that one up. I'm going to go back to the corral. And hopefully, there'll be some more slimes that wish to take the food from me. Right, as you can see, it's starting to get dark. So let's chuck these carrots in here. And the one pogo fruit. Pick up one more plort. Then we've got a space full. Come on, munch on those. Obviously, not hungry. But I think I've just seen a plort over here. Yes, I have. Okay, so I've got 20 plorts. Now, if I try to pick up any more, it will just give me an error noise to say I can't pick that up. There's a chicken there, so I'm going to pick that up. So as well as slimes, you can actually breed hens and chickens. And I don't know if you saw earlier, around about this area, there was a little chick that was running around. If you can put those in a corral and build a corral, you can breed those. Again, you need to feed them a specific product, and you can then make chickens. Right, so let's fire those 20 in there. I'm on 538 coins now. Okay, you've learned the fundamentals. Now it's time to get out there and explore. Remember, the best way to become a pro rancher is to experiment. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Absolutely right. So I'm going to head to bed on this. Sleep until morning. Then we turn back to ranch. Right, so there's a couple of plorts in here, so it looks like they've eaten what I left in there for them. I'm going to chuck the 3 plorts in there, so I've got space to be able to pick up anything that I come across. And I'm going to go on an adventure. I'll keep hold of that hen for now. Hopefully we'll come across some chicks. Head up this way. Right, I can see a chick there. And a chickadoo. Here we go. Right, so I've only got 4 things. Only got 4 slots in my inventory on the bottom there, so I can't pick anything else new up. So look, I'll try picking up a carrot then. And it just bounced. Right, so a few plorts over here, nice. There we go, so these are the pogo fruits that are actually growing on the trees. I'm trying to vacuum them off, but I'm a bit soon at the moment, a bit too early. Right, anything else? Oh, I'm spinning around a bit here, sorry. So there's a big slime over there. I believe they need feeding a lot to be able to do something with it. Okay, so look, we've got some different slimes here now. Some spiky slimes, both blue and pink. Okay, rock slime. These slimes are all totally metal. Right, so that's a plort. Oh. Okay, so what I've done there is I've picked up one of the big slimes that you can fire. But what I was interested in is picking up the plorts, the blue plorts, because that's another currency. What I'm going to do, I'm going to throw down that chickadee because I'm more interested in picking up this. Oh. So these blue ones can be a bit nasty. Right, I'm going to get out of here. Make sure there's nothing else easy for me to pick up. Get that plort here. Okay, so this is another one. This is the third type of slime we come across so far. This is the cat slime. And it's the cats that need to be fed the chicken, or any meat. It's only chickens that I've found so far as classed as meat on here. But who knows, this game's pretty big. So let's head back. Which way did I come in? This way, I think. Not sure. I don't. There's a couple of blue plorts there. Right, I'm out of there. Right, so let's head back to the actual main ranch and we'll see if we can trade in these rock plorts and see what kind of money it gives us, what currency it gives us. Carrots already. That's up on the way. Right, so as you can see down here, I've got 4 full slots, but there's some plorts in here. So if I hoover, the slimes are just going to bounce off, which is good because I don't want the slimes, because there's no space for them. And in fact, the plorts are now bouncing off because I've run out of space. I'm only limited to 20. Right, so let's go up to the machine. And okay, so we can see here that the red plorts have actually come down. I imagine that's because it stops you from just getting the simple red plorts and makes you look for better plorts for better currency as such from there. So let's chuck these rock plorts in. I'm going to chuck the pink plorts in anyway. And let's feed this here. Careful not to pick up the carrots. The carrots, the plorts. Nice. Picked up this pink slime by mistake then, so let's chuck that back out. Right, let's put these in, and then what we do is we'll build a new corral. I've got the hens here, and I might go and get those cat ones. No, I won't, because if I start building chickens, I'm going to need a third corral for cat slimes. So let's concentrate back on the pink slime just for the meantime, just so I can get a bit more currency. Star mails, we'll look at that in a minute. That's going to be viewed when you're in your house ready to go to sleep. Pick up any more plorts that I've missed. Now what I could do is I could feed these pink slimes the hens, but they're quite valuable, so let's give them the carrots. Here they come. Let's see for 1 carrot. Okay, right, let's leave these pink slimes there. Go back and chuck these in. So it's almost So it's 5-1. In the game, it's in the top left corner. Right, so I've got enough for 2 corrals. I think a corral is 500, and I've got 1,015. So I want to put. Let's go here and here. So I want to build a cat one here and a chicken one there. Press to activate. So on here, because there's no corral here, you get an option to be able to choose what you actually want to build on your ranch. So the corral's the top one, and actually they're only 250, so that's good. The next one down is a garden. So that's actually where you can farm your own vegetables. All you need to do is just feed in a carrot, and they will then just keep on growing in the ground, ready for you to harvest as and when they're ready, rather than going backwards and forwards to the little plots of carrots that we've been picking up from. And then we're down to the coops. This is where you can raise your chickadoos, which is the little chicks, to hens, and that's when you can then feed them to slimes that only eat meat. Next one down here is going to be silo. So you can put that stuff into storage. So like you've seen me before, I've actually thrown away some bits to be able to make some space. But in fact, if I brought a silo, I could have just put that in the silo, and it would then be there ready for me to use at a later time. And an incinerator is just to get rid of the rubbish that you don't want anymore from there. And then a pond. I'm not actually sure what a pond does. So I press X on here. So it says a pond gives you a source of fresh water on the ranch that you can use for watering your gardens. Okay. Calming the slimes in a corral, defeating tar, or giving your puddle slimes a place to hang out. Okay, so interesting that there's more slimes, especially around water on there. A pond will slowly consumed if vacked up or drunk up by puddle slimes, but it will slowly refill over time. You can transfer unused water from your vac pack to a pond, and they will refill immediately when it rains. Fantastic. Okay, so we'll keep that in mind. So what I want is a corral. Here we go. And then I want a coop here to put my chickens in. Coop. Oh. Coop. Brilliant. Right. So we can see here that the wall isn't very tall compared to the corral here for the slimes. So let's see if I can improve that. Okay, right, so I've brought a higher wall now. Okay, right, so let's chuck these 2 hens in here. Now, slimes being slimes, I'm going to be curious. And what will happen is they will potentially try and eat the chickens, so we don't want that. So we need to keep an eye on that. Right, let's see if there's any more chickadoos over here, because ideally, if we can chuck some in there, get some breeding, and we can then go and fetch the cats. Right, we'll leave those in there and we'll come back to them in a minute. Right, let's go and see if we can find those white cats. Not sure if it's just me, but I'm sure those slimes are multiplying. Right, let's get these up while we're here. Right, where did we go? Okay, so there's Pogo fruit here. No, I don't want the pink slime. Chuck the pink slime back out again. Right, so let's get back over here. I think, here we go. What is that? Ah, so that's the tar that they're on about. Okay. We need to stay away from those by the looks of it. But it looks like that, yeah, they eat up anything and everything. Which we need to be careful of. Whoa. Oh, wow. Let's break away from them. Right, so I need to find one of those cats. There you go. Chicken here. A hen, should I say, sorry. Let's do that. I want to keep hold of the chickens. I want to keep hold of the cats. Right, tabby slime. Brilliant. So let's head back up to the ranch. Also in the bottom left-hand corner you can see my health, but there's the like the lightning bolt as well. So that's how much energy you've got to be able to run. As you can see, I'm running now, and it is actually falling down quite quickly. Okay, right. So we want to put a tabby slime in here. And let's sell this tabby plot. See what I got with that. How much I got? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so it's starting to get a bit dark now. So let's go and read this mail, and then we'll sleep through the night. And right, so we've got 3-star mail here. So welcome to the range. Yep. Introduction short. On the account that we'll all got work to do. I'm a long-time rancher here on the far range, and head of the Welcome Ranch for your local range exchange. The range exchange is a network of ranchers just like yourself who are looking to trade whatever they've got for whatever they need. Slimes, plorts, food, whatever. All you need to do is check out the range exchange machine daily and be sure to get your trade completed by noon. As more ranchers get added to your network, you should receive a healthy hello from them so you can check your inbox. Receive a hearty hello from them, so check your inbox. Well, enough yawning. We've both got slimes to wrangle. Adios. So we got Rise and Shine. So what's it like to sleep for a whole year? Did you dream? I can't imagine what it's like. 7Z puts you in a pod and then lights out for all that time. Wow. What's the far range like? Have you started exploring? Yep. Is the air as clear as they say? Yep. I bet it's really beautiful. I'm probably asking too many questions. I bet you have a lot of work to do on that ranch. I still can't believe it's yours now. Oh, sorry. I guess I better leave you to it and just keep it short. Good luck, B. If anyone can make it out there, it's you. The Seven Seas Corporation would like to welcome you to the far range. Welcome, and extend our support in your bold new adventure as a slime rancher. We would also like to request that you exercise caution in your first few days on the range until you get more familiar with your surroundings. Travelling at night is not advisable. Okay? Lastly, should you require any additional tools from your vat pack or items to make your slime ranching experience easier, the 7Z Corporation will be pleased to provide them to you from the shop located just outside your ranch house. The 7Z Corporation provides on the tools you need to get the job done for us for a small fee. Right, so let's sleep. Okay, let's go out for day 3. So dash boots, no upgrade available. These highly advanced and frankly fashion-forward boots reduce the energy consumption of sprinting. Visit the upgrade shop to purchase. Okay, so this is the exchange place that that mail was on about. So basically, we go into it. So Thora West wants to trade 4 tabby plort and 11 pogo fruit for a phosphorus plort, 5 rock plorts, and a Q-berry. And all you do is when you've got those, just shoot it in here, and the reward will be given to you. This changes each day, so don't hang around if you want a specific reward, because you're likely to miss it from there. Right, so let's get rid of these 7 plorts. I don't need to be carrying them around. And let's see if we can get some chickadoos to see if we can then start breeding some chickens to allow us to then start feeding those tabby slimes, or the cat slimes as I call them. Right, there's a chickadoo there. Alright, 2 chickadoos just before they were eaten by those pesky pink slimes. Right. I missed him. He got there before I did. hear them, I can't see them. I'm sure they're playing tricks on me now. Okay, let's move on. Right, let's see if we got any more chickadoos down here. Ourselves here though. This is where we get the vicious slimes. The chickadoo right at the end there, I can see it. Oh, there's a few. Perfect. Right, we've got 6 to be going on with. Let's get one of the... Oh no, let's get one of the cats. I can't. Let's get rid of that. The cats are going to be more valuable than... I could have got rid of the pink slimes, in fact. Right, let's... Perfect. So I've got my inventories full of exactly what I want. It rejects everything that I don't want. Ooh. Right, let's get out of here. I've got 9 chickadoos out of that, which is quite good. Let's get back to the ranch. I'm going to put those in. Hopefully those pesky slimes haven't jumped into the chicken coop. Started eating the hens. No, they're both there, which is good. Those in there. And put another tabby in there. If I take one of these hens, just like the vegetables, we hover over we just look at these, they said diet, top right corner it says diet meat. So let's give them a hen to eat. We'll eventually eat it. And then these will eventually grow up to be hens to be able to pass over to the tabbies. There we go, he's just eating it. And we've got a tabby plot. Okay, so I think we wanted 4 tabby plots, didn't we? We've only got until the end of the day to be able to do that. So let's see if we can do the challenge. So we just need to wait for these chickadoos to be able to grow up a little bit more. We ideally need some of these so to speed up that process. Let's have a quick look around while we're waiting to just see if there's any more hens that we can pinch. Be able to speed that process up for us to see if we can get that reward. Can't see it around here. Let's get up here out of the way. We need 11 of these. No more ready yet. There's a chicken up there. No, it's not. Sorry, there's a tabby cat up there. I can't get up there. Quick look around and see what's in here. So there's a lot of... we'll get down. Okay, that's what I wanted. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, Okay, so I've run out of actually slots here. I want everything that I need here, so make a break for it. Go back to the ranch with what I've got. I've got a couple more hens there, so hopefully when we get back, we should be being rewarded with more hens to be able to feed to the tabby. I need one more. You can see there was a box there that I just picked up and threw. We'll find those. There we go. We'll find those around the map. And they, as you can see, they often contain rewards. But it's handy if you can pick them up. But because I'm full, just rejected them. Right. How are they doing? So they're still chickadoos. So let's. This is actually going to give us enough as long as they want help. Right, I've got 4 tabby plots. Let's. Oh no! Of course, the message says to make sure you do it before noon. It's too late. Oh dear. Right. Anyway, we'll sell them. So that looks like it's that one there, which is 20. Let's give these. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for this video, but if you enjoyed this, don't forget to give it a like and a subscribe if you've not already, and leave in the comments what you think about this, and if you would like to see some more, then let me know. But until next time, I'm Dan, and I'll see you later.